Sometimes it is a good thing when the major parties agree, and that's the case with the AUKUS Nuclear Submarine and Defence Technology Agreement. This groundbreaking deal took some real courage and insight from the Morrison coalition government, breaking the ridiculous French subs deal and committing Australia to a revolutionary new arrangement with the US and UK. But all credit to the Labor Party for agreeing to do that deal from opposition as well, and now for following through in such a strong fashion in government. As I keep saying, on China, on AUKUS, on India and on the Pacific Islands, the Albanese government has been very reassuring in foreign affairs and defence. The AUKUS deal will cost a fortune and it'll take forever, but we can't afford not to do this. Essentially what we're doing is building new generation British nuclear submarines in Australia, and because that's decades away, we're going to run some US Virginia-class subs in the interim. This almost doubles the complexity of what was always going to be an incredibly ambitious scheme. Apart from drastically improving our defence preparedness and therefore underpinning peace and security, this deal is going to modernise our manufacturing and technology base in an unprecedented fashion too. One thing I think we need to accept though and embrace is that if we're going to have nuclear-powered submarines and run them ourselves in this country, it makes it absolutely obvious that we will develop a domestic nuclear power industry. I mean, I think nuclear is inevitable anyway because it's the only way to produce reliable and affordable electricity without carbon emissions. But so long as we have to develop the skills and technology needed to run nuclear subs, of course we need to nurture and expand that through a domestic nuclear power industry. At the moment, there are six countries running nuclear-powered submarines. That's the US, UK, France, Russia, China and India. All those countries have domestic nuclear power industries. Now, I'm not saying these industries are directly linked to their defence programs, but obviously some of the skills and technologies are transferable and complementary. Australia should decide early on to initiate its own domestic nuclear power industry. It could be based in South Australia like the submarine project and feed into the national electricity grab. To quote a phrase, you know it makes sense.